Hello, I'm Michelle Yana-Chan, and this is Fast Track's Insider Guide with my top travel tips from around the world. On March 3rd, the Iditarod dog sled race begins in Alaska. Starting in Anchorage, the race covers over 1,000 miles, crossing rugged terrain, mountains, frozen rivers, and desolate tundra. Each team of a dozen or so dogs and their musher cover the distance in roughly 10 to 17 days, depending on hazards, which can include moose and bear, as well as bad weather that can close out visibility. The race ends in Nome on the Bering Sea. The party starts as the mushers roll into town. Another race, this time in the Gulf, beginning in Bahrain. Sailing Arabia, the Tour, takes to the seas February 12th, with 6 teams racing identical boats, which aims to focus attention on skill and teamwork, rather than boat design and engineering. This year, one boat will have a fully female crew. The race will cover 1,400 kilometres, moving across the Gulf, with stops in Doha, Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah, before moving on to Oman. The finish line is in Muscat on February 27th. And staying in the Omani capital, don't miss the new Royal Opera House Muscat, which boasts stages for musical, theatrical and operatic productions. A new season's just begun. Coming up is classical music, ballet, tango and jazz. The Great Arabic Songbook, conducted by Palestinian Nabil Azam, will chart the classics on February 7th. And a month later, on March 6th, listen out for classical drummers from Oman and Japan who will take to the stage together to perform exhilarating rhythm. From February 6th, one of Japan's biggest winter festivals, the Sapporo Snow Festival, is set to attract millions of visitors to see the snow statues and ice sculptures at 3 venues across town. Odori Park is the main festival site, where grand architectural installations, all built of snow and ice, are illuminated after dark. And on March 11th, the nation will be commemorating 1 year since the day when the powerful tsunami swept across swathes of eastern Japan. It's also approaching a year since the bombing of a cafe in Marrakesh's celebrated square, Jemaa El Fna. And although the site is still in ruins, the tourists are coming back.
Yeah, I was really upset when I heard that, because you don't think that will happen in a place like this. But that doesn't mean that I do not want to come anymore to that nice town here.
That was Belgian tourist Johan van den Heulen telling me why the terrorist strike has not kept him away. At the end of February, it's hoped the Marrakesh Biennale will help attract tourists back. There'll be 5 days of performances, debates and film screenings. Look out for the Higher Atlas art exhibition at the Theatre Royal. Where to spend Carnival this year? Well, the mining town of Oruro in western Bolivia will be throwing a party with tens of thousands of dancers and musicians in colourful costumes and extravagant masks, as well as more sober mystery and morality plays. Some say La Diablada, as the party is called here, even rivals Rio's Carnival. It's certainly more intimate, taking place on the city's streets and plazas rather than inside a stadium. Thanks for checking in with my Insider Guide this month. Until next time, happy travelling.
Thanks, Michelle. How about this? Being lowered backwards into a deep pitch black hole in New Zealand and then being thrown into an even deeper hole inside a cave full of water. Well, there's only one person we know who's brave enough to take up that challenge. Yup, our very own fearless fast-track fact finder, Brandy Yanchik.
New Zealand calls itself the home of adventure tourism. It's known for many inventions such as the jet boat, bungee and the Zorb. Last year, 700,000 adventure tourists visited New Zealand and they spent about $4,000 each. I'm in the Waikato region in the middle of the North Island of New Zealand. This area is famous for its underground caving adventures, and that's why I'm here.
Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai hara mai. Welcome everyone here to the Waitomo Glowworm Cave.
Inside the famous glowworm caves, a group of us are given a tour by our Maori guide, Huia. The caves hold spiritual significance to the Maori, who are the indigenous people of New Zealand. The caves were often used as sacred burial grounds.
The first explorer of this cave, Tāne Tinoro, was my great-grandfather. I think the most important thing that is of interest to most of our visitors is the glowworms, just this amazing spectacle of light.
These glowworms are unique to New Zealand. When they glow, they are actually in a larvae stage and eventually will develop into a two-winged fly. The glowworms use its light to attract insects for food.
They grow to about the size and shape of a matchstick, the larvae, in 9 months of a 12-month period, and they just lie in wait. Or we can make our way down the bottom and have a little close-up of them.
And for those of you who really want to dig a little deeper and get your adrenaline going in the caves, you can go blackwater rafting. I'm here with my guide Angus. What am I in for?
Well, we're going to go abseiling. We're going to go 35 metres into the shaft. We're going to jump into the creek, go blackwater rafting, tubing under the glowworms. And so you need to be kitted up. You've got your harness, your helmet. We're ready to go.
Okay, sounds exciting.
Excellent.
Okay, poke the rope under here. And then
Flip it through underneath this bit.
how deep will we be going with this?
35 metres. Steepest abseil in the world.
Is it safe that I'm doing it by myself?
Absolutely. Well, we're going to be there.
Okay. And how low are we going again?
Probably 60 metres in all.
And I gotta lower myself down on one rope.
Yep, gravity's going to do it all for you.
Ah!
Exciting stuff. You ready?
I'm nervous.
You can do this, Brandy. Come on.
It looks absolutely terrifying.
There you go, and you'll feel your weight coming to the harness.
Ah! Very tight in here.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.
So we're in Ruakuri Cave and we're doing the Black Abyss tour. So what we've done is we've rappelled 35 metres into the cave. We've traversed along a little and done a zip line in the dark under the glowworms down to the next level. And now we're about to jump into the river with inner tubes on our backsides and float under the glowworms. Okay, Brandy, grip onto that tube and you're going in.
Bye!
Although caving is fun, it can also be dangerous if you do it alone. About every 3 years, there are serious recreational cave rescues in New Zealand for cavers who have gone by themselves and got into trouble. New Zealand's tourism department advises that all visitors book with a reputable touring company who has gone through their safety audits.
Oh, I think I'm outside. I see light. Oh, that was amazing. I have to admit, I definitely pushed myself to the ultimate limit, especially when it came to going against the water and with that strong current. How did I do, Angus?
You did great, mate. No problem at all.
How do we get out of here?
That way. Come on.
Brandy Yanchik there, boldly going where other fast-track filmmakers fear to tread. New Zealand's North Island. Sadly, that is all we've got time for this week on Fast Track, but please contact us about that rise in air passenger duty for any traveller flying through the UK. Our address, as usual, is fasttrack@bbc.com. Next week, we're in Vietnam to find out if, a year after 12 people drowned in a tourist boat incident, safety regulations have improved. Plus, we'll also be in Egypt to explore Aswan and Luxor, both still strangely quiet a year on from the country's revolution. So join us for that if you can. And also, why not check out BBC Travel in the meantime, where this week they head to Florida and also give us a rundown of the world's most sacred sites. Wherever you're travelling next, have a good trip. In the meantime, from me, Rajan Datar, and the rest of the Fast Track team, thank you for watching and goodbye.